Hello my fellow YouTubers, how are you today? And it's morphin time! That's right everyone, today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite Power Ranger teams. The reason why I'm doing this list is because next week and in a couple of weeks, or pretty much next week, the new Power Rangers film is coming out and I am so excited! I mean finally, Power Rangers get a full on film. I mean, after so many terrible Transformers film, we finally get Power Rangers. One of the kids' films I really wanted to get more big screen time. So today I'm going to counting my top 5 Power Ranger teams. I'm going to explain why I like them and why I put them in that order, and explain why I love them a lot. Also, this is just my own personal opinion. If you have your own, leave a comment. And I'm not going to do any flaming or bashing or anything of that kind. I'm just going to explain why I like these teams in the way they are. So number 5, Mighty Morphin, the original Power Rangers team. Now, why is this on my number 5? Well, I think it's because I love because well I think it's because I felt the teenagers personally felt a bit artificial in the first season. I mean, they were cool. I mean, and they are memorable. It's just that I felt they were a bit way too much of a stereotype. Like Billy being a super nerd, going to the gym all the time. It just felt a bit too stereotyping. But never the case, it was a great season. In fact, 3 great seasons. My Morphin was one of the best shows ever made. I mean, in fact, it's probably one of the out of all the Power Ranger shows, it's probably the show that has left the most legacy. I mean, anytime you hear the word Power Rangers, you're probably going to think back to these guys. I mean, seriously, the actors were great. Austin St. Austin St. John, Amy Jo Johnson, Jason David Frank. Oh God, these were great actors, and they really played their parts well. And there were such memorable characters. I mean, Tommy, the first extra ranger, he was incredibly good and well popular with fans. Sordon, Alpha, Bulk, Skull, and Rita. Oh my God, Rita, she was amazing, and we all remember Sedway with those veins he has. Oh, he was such a cool guy. I mean, I remember when I first saw him, I was terrified with his silver skeleton outside. And not forget their storylines. Day of the Dumpster, the first episode, and probably one of the best episodes. It was just great seeing how this team got together. Green with Evil, the power transfer, white, the first White Ranger episode, Return of the Green Ranger. So many great episodes, and the swords were so cool. I mean, we all remember the morphing sequence. It's morphin' time! Tiger sword, dragon swords, mastodon, pterodactyls, triceratops, saber-tooth tiger, tyrannosaurus. Oh, that's so cool. That became so memorable. I mean, you've done it once. You've tried to say the sword names, but. And the Mega Swords were awesome. The Dinosaurs, Thunder Swords, Dragon Swords, Tiger Sword, Ninja Swords. We had a total of 8 Power Ranger incarnations. Red, yellow, blue, black, pink, and green, white, and Ninja, their mentor. 8 Rangers. So I thought that was a great show. I really loved it. I like the actors they got in, such as Jason David Frank and Josh Bosch. I thought they were just very cool characters. And I really want to say thank you to Mighty Morphin for bringing fans into the Power Ranger community, and I think it's one of the best teams ever. Number 4, Wild Force. Now, Wild Force always is going to have a place in my heart because this was the team that got me into Power Rangers. The first episode I watched as Wild Force was the episode where Taylor, the yellow Wild Force Ranger, unlocked the 2 bear swords. Now, this was the first proper episode I had ever seen in my entire life of Power Rangers in total, and after it, I just got hooked. I mean, what I loved about Wild Force was the swords, like the CG animation, the sword combinations. It just looked so cool, and I love this idea of the crystals. And I just like you have to prove your worth to these certain swords in order to get these crystals. I remember And also Sanoku. Oh my god, he was such an incredible villain. He was so cool. I mean, those swishing, those blades. He was just an amazing character, and I just loved that and how he did that flute like. That was such. He just was so badass. And also, I love the team up episodes. I love the team up episodes such as Reinforcements from the Future and Forever Wed, two memorable episodes, but mainly because those two team ups never had Super Saiyan adaptations. I mean, Forever Wed kind of did with the Red Ranger team up, but Reinforcements from the Future, that was completely 100% Saban, completely original footage. And for that, I will always be thankful for Wild Force. The reason why I put it as number 4 is because, well, I felt the ending could have been a bit better since Saban made it clear Wild Force was going to be their last season, and since Disney was buying the franchise at the time, and so I thought the last episode could have been a bit better. I mean, it was good with the falling island and fighting Master Org in his final form, but this is the last episode of Power Rangers. You know, I kind of wish that Forever Wed could have been the last episode with all these Power Ranger teams teaming up with one final slash. Oh, it would have been so cool. But what I liked about the show was the characters. I liked Cole, Taylor, Danny, Alisa, Max, and Merrick. They were all cool characters, and they're very memorable. I also loved the suit designs with the sash and the crystal on the shoulder and the helmets. Oh god! Anytime I look at the team up or reference, I try to see one of the Wild Force helmets. Because to be honest, those helmets gave me a bit of hope in my childhood. That Wild Force was a great team to me, and for that I'll always be thankful for them for showing me Power Rangers and introducing me to the franchise. So Wild Force, you're the best. Wild Force! Now number 3, Lost Galaxy. Now, if you ever wanted to see a Power Rangers adaptation of Star Wars, Lost Galaxy is your answer. By merging both magic and science fiction together, it was a great show. For starters, it was completely different to its Super Sentai counterpart Gingaman, where it was more of a King Arthur type of realm. This one went out of space. You had a huge space station ship trying to find a new colony, along with 5 people who have been chosen by these mystic swords in order to become Power Rangers, each one representing an element. Well, Lost Galaxy was a cool season. A lot of good episodes, such as the Magna Defender episodes. The first episodes where Leo tries to save his brother, but ultimately fails, and becoming the Red Ranger in his place. We see a lot of rebels joining in, becoming part of a community. And I just really like the Terra Adventure crew. The captain there was such a wise man. I mean, you know, I like that scene in the last episode where he said, "The ship is dying. I don't want us to die with it." That was so cool. I mean, as a kid, that gawked me. And I remember the Magna Defenders episode where he completely sacrificed his sword in order to let Terra Adventure go through the dimension. And also, we had a Power Ranger death. I mean, I know she comes back later, but damn, the Pink Ranger, the first one in the team, actually died. She was legally dead. Oh my god, that was just... I mean, I know they had an excuse for an actress, but still, I mean, my muffin just said the kids did this kind of exchange program, but still, damn, that was just, whoa, that was just blew my mind that he actually introduced the concept of death into Power Rangers. Oh, plus, that just shook me up. Also, I think what I liked most about Lost Galaxy was that it had... I think what made it memorable was its final episode. For me personally, I thought this had a great final episode with a whole space station falling down and Leo and Trakina just having one final fight with each other. I thought that was just, whoa, amazing. And at the end, where they finally, after so many episodes, they broke the spell on the village, turning them back to normal people. That was just a great episode. And also, we got Astronomer back. Kendrick's Angel's sister. She was a good concept, and I really liked her as the Pink Ranger. It was so all in all, Lost Galaxy was a good season. I enjoyed it. Number 2, Time Force, Time Force, Time Force, Power Rangers. What Power Rangers Time Force? Well, this was the second. This was Wild Force's direct predecessor and Lightspeed Rescue's direct successor. Now, what I liked about Time Force, a lot of things: time travel, criminals, ethical issues, a lot of stuff. The fact that they had two Red Rangers, actually three. One of them was and one of them was in a league of their own. Oh, this was such a great season. We had Rancic, this cool criminal mutant who was trying to get his revenge on humanity, and actually time traveled to the year 2001 just to get his revenge on humanity. And then we had the Time Force Patrol go back in time to find their first Red Ranger's ancestor to make him the new Red Ranger. And I just really loved this season because of so much character growth. For starters, I loved the interactions between Wesley and his father. What I liked about Wesley was, and his father, was that I felt the issues actually genuine. I mean, Wesley wants to be good in his father's eyes, but his father's a bit of at the beginning, a bit stingy with business, such as creating the Silver Guardians, a kind of a makeshift Power Ranger team, only to serve people, their clients, not the whole city. And we also, what makes this season's relationship even bigger is that his father actually finds out Wesley is his son, that Wesley is the Red Ranger, in this cool scene where Wesley's screen gets blown off and he sees his eyes. Oh, damn, that was a powerful scene where Wesley just tells you, I always wanted to be good enough for you, but it never was good enough. And it was so cool. And I also liked his rivalry with Eric, the Quantum Ranger, Time Force's also second Red Ranger. That was just blew my mind as a kid, seeing two Red Rangers, all in their, not from a different team, but in a league of their own. It was just, whoa. And I liked the rivalry between them. Plus, I loved the swords. The QX, damn, that was a cool sword. Oh, it gave me shivers at the end. I also liked the final where the Time Force Rangers had to battle Rancic on their own. And Rancic just owned the first floor, and then Wesley came in and spiralized and oh, blown up. And then we had Jen, the pink Time Force Ranger, fighting Rancic one last time. But at the end, we saw that Rancic changed by looking at this baby and his daughter, realizing how much destruction and hate is just going to lead to misery. There has to be a time when you need to say stop. And because of that, I thought Time Force was a great season. Additionally, I also liked it because the Pink Ranger told the Red Ranger she loved him. Honestly to God, loved him. And that was such a cool scene because we never got that in Power Rangers, a proper Ranger confessing their feelings. I mean, I know in previous seasons we got like hints that two Rangers like each other, but this was straight out from the heart. And the couple didn't stay together. They went back to their own timelines, and that just got me as a kid because I was screaming, saying, "No, no, stay with her! No, she can stay with him!" Ah! I just felt like, where was Doctor Who when you need him? And because of that, I just such mature writing and just so much dealing with ethics. I found this team to be one of the best Power Ranger teams ever. I mean, apparently it was popular enough that it almost got a second season. I mean, I know nowadays most teams now in the Neo Saban age are getting second seasons, but considering that at the time it was one team and a new team, and the only team that got any new seasons was My Morphin. To think that it almost got a second season, Time Force, is a massive achievement. And for that, I think it's one of the best Power Ranger shows. Now, on to number one. I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been studying, watching all the episodes, and I can honest to God say with an full heart that the best Power Ranger team, in my opinion, is Dino Thunder. Power Rangers War! Well, Power Rangers Dino Thunder was the second team to be dinosaur themed. Additionally, we got a veteran ranger, Tommy, back as the Black Ranger. Oh, Dino Thunder was such a cool season. For starters, I loved the kids, Connor, Ethan, Kira, and Trent. What I liked at the beginning was that these three had nothing in common with each other. Connor was a jock, Ethan was a nerd, and Kira was this kind of goth singer. At first, none of these kids had anything in common. but later they grew out to be very best friends with each other, and I loved that team building, and it was just so great. What I loved about Tommy was that even though he came back, he was able. The other children, the other Rangers were still able to get some spotlight. I mean, and Tommy, don't get me wrong, Tommy had some great episodes in this season, such as Fighting Spirit, where he had to fight his three previous Power Ranger forms. I just felt, whoa, that was so cool. I just loved that, and anytime I saw him as the Black Ranger, it was incredible. I mean, he had so much power as the Black Ranger. I mean, he even took down a giant monster with just his suit. He didn't actually use a sword, just his Ranger powers. And I just felt, whoa, dude came so far in his time as Power Rangers that he can even take on a giant monster as just in his Ranger form. I also like that he gave advice to the new Rangers, Connor, Ethan, and Trent, like telling them, like understanding that they don't want to be Rangers sometimes, and even counseling them on relationships and the responsibility of powers. I also like their evil Ranger, Trent, the White Dino Thunder Ranger. Oh, I loved his design, the red screen, the fact that he had a dragon sword. It was amazing. I also liked how they did his story, that there was a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing between him and his morph at first. I like that the Ranger, his power gem had a personality of its own at the beginning, that the White Ranger was his own Ranger. I just really like that. I like that, and this guy was just so evil. Like it was incredible to love this character. He was just so cool. He would have done the Evil Ranger proud as a successor. I mean, dude was just amazing. And he just really, anytime I saw this guy, I just couldn't wait to see what he did next, because that's how awesome he was. I also like the villain Mesogog. Oh, this guy was creepy with his dinosaur appearance and his look and his lizard tongue. The fact that he wanted to turn people into dinosaurs, oh, it was scary. I really loved this season. I like the swords, again, CG and the dinosaur combinations. I also like the Ranger forms, the costumes, along with the power-ups such as Super Dino Form and Jurassic Power. It was amazing. What else? I just think for Dino Thunder was a great season because the kids felt realistic, the relationships felt good, and I like that Tommy was back. Of course, he's always awesome, and it was just a good season in my opinion. And I couldn't feel, I never thought it did wrong. It was mature, it was good, writing was very good, the Evil Ranger storyline was good. Dino Thunder for me is my personal favorite. Now, if you have your own opinion on who you think is the best Power Ranger teams, leave a comment. Other than that, may the power protect you, and I hope you have a good day.